Hi guys, I'm the Makeup Talk, aka Jae, and welcome back to my beauty space. I mean, thank you guys so much for subscribing and for supporting me here on YouTube and on Instagram and Twitter and all of my socials. You know that I really love you guys. When I bought this palette for the Sephora VIB sale, like the very first day of the VIB sale, and that was maybe 3 weeks ago, and I have been waiting, literally waiting to film a first impressions on this palette, and I'm going to be doing that today. If you're unfamiliar with this palette, it is the HudaBeauty Desert Dusk palette. This is the second eyeshadow palette from HudaBeauty. The first eyeshadow palette is this one right here. This is the Textured Shadows palette, Rose Gold edition. So this one came like this, just see-through, no mirror. And then it came with some matte shadows here, some shimmer shadows, and then these textured foiled shadows right there. I absolutely love this palette. I get a lot of use out of it, if you can't tell. I just love the formulation of the shadows, and I bought this palette for myself. Oh, we're okay. I bought this palette for myself last year for my birthday. So yeah, this is the previous palette. This is now discontinued, so unfortunately you can't get your hands on it, but somebody might be selling it. But just be careful when buying things online. You definitely don't want to buy like counterfeits or knockoffs or anything like that. You really want to buy the real deal. This is the new Huda Beauty palette. Huda Beauty is, she used to be a makeup artist previously before she started her own brand, and this is her brand here. The way she got really like big was through Instagram and blogging, and so yeah, she started her own brand thereafter, and this is her second palette. So this is her second palette. I have Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks. I have a whole bunch of them. I have the lip contour pencil. So I'm no stranger to the brand by any means. I have yet to try, however, her eyelash glue lashes and the foundation. I got a quick little like match, but I actually haven't tried the foundation like full face. So I do want to get that and do a review for you guys of that too. But rather than doing a review, because I already have another palette that I'm going to be reviewing, as in I've already used it a couple of times and such, I decided that I would do a first impressions on this palette. So we're going to open her right up. This, like, just to look at the beautiful, like, embossed, printed, and iridescent little packaging, but I have not actually like, and I've seen this palette a million times, but I have not actually like opened this one up and looked at it. So we're going to do that together, and look at how pretty that packaging is. That's just gorgeous. So we're going to open this together. As you can see, you can already see the difference between this one and that one. This one was just an open packaging, so you can see all the shadows. This one's a closed packaging, and this one does have a mirror. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, it comes inside with this little card right here. Most all eyeshadows come with these little cards, and that's to protect the shadows when they're in transit, or just if you're going to be traveling with them or anything like that. But it's really cute, and you know, her signature has always been like that little eye thing. You can do it with the eyelash. She put her lips on the liquid lipstick, so you can do this. So that's always been her little signature, so that's really pretty. So I probably won't be getting rid of this just because it's really cute, and I heard that those things are not cheap when you're like, you know, producing your own makeup. So here it is right here. So this palette comes with 18 shades, and the durability of the palette is 12 months. So that's basically how long they say that you should probably keep the palette, how long, you know, the powders are going to be good for. So it says Desert Dusk eyeshadow palette, high pigmentation, easy to blend, talc free, 18 eyeshadows and 4 ready to layer textures, 8 buttery mattes, 6 pressed pearls. So there's 18 shadows in here. They come in 4 textures, 8 mattes, 6 pressed pearls, 3 duo chrome toppers, and 1 glitter, which is this one right here, Cosmo. And back here it says, mix and layer textures to create your own look. Dab the toppers on the center part of your lids for a shiny pop. Layer an extra coat using your finger for an extreme iridescent effect. Apply the pure glitter all over or line eyes with a firm flat brush to give you a look to give your look a playful hint of shine. This comes with 25.2 grams of product in here. And let me see if this one says how much product is in here. It doesn't say, but I'll be sure to post that right here. So I'm going to make a little notation of how much was in the previous palette. So we're going to start by priming our lids as we always do. I'm going to use the Laying Down Paint Pot from MAC Cosmetics. I know you probably see a ton of people using soft ochre or painterly, but Laying Down kind of matches my skin tone a bit more, so that's why I use this one. And we're just going to take that on a flat brush. So now our lids are all primed. I'm definitely going to go in with Desert Sand to go ahead and set that paint pot, just so all the rest of the shadows go on pretty smoothly. Quite a bit of fallout there. I'm just gonna tap off, but if you see there, quite a bit of fallout. But, you know, I'm not swishing or anything like that. I'm just tapping into the shadow. But I know that a lot of people, especially with the whole controversy about the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette, they say that when the powders are a little bit more powdery, it makes them more pigmented. So that's why sometimes you'll notice a little bit more of a little more fallout in some palettes than others. So now we've set the eyes. We're going to go in with our first shade. So I'm going to take a Morphe R39 brush. And I'm going to go in with, I don't know. What am I thinking? You know what? I'm going to go in, I'm going to go in with Eden. And we're just going to take that above the crease. And in the outer corner. So on first impressions, the shadows, I mean, they feel nice. Eden is not as, it didn't have as much fallout tapping into the pan as Desert Sands did. I was watching Kristen Dominique's video yesterday. She does these awesome, like, comparing like makeup styles, like American makeup styles to like French makeup styles, or like, you know, Asian, or she did yesterday American and Arabic. So I'm just gonna take that out a little bit further than I normally would, and it looks so gorgeous the way that she did it. It just made her eyes look like just like they went on for days, and it was so gorgeous. And I don't know, I've had that kind of in mind. Go out a little bit further than our tail on our eyebrow. This shade is really, really pretty. It's like, it's more pink than peach. It looks really peach in the pan, but maybe it's my skin tone. It looks a little bit more peach. It looks a little more pink than peach, like if you look at it in the pan there. But I really like it, and I think it's gonna go perfectly with what I'm trying to do here. I'm gonna grab the M433, which is a little bit smaller. I'm gonna go into Oud. I was gonna do Amber, but no. I'm gonna go into Oud. I feel like I've been hearing that word everywhere, because I think the Kim Kardashian fragrances have like an Oud fragrance, and so there's the shade right there, an Oud fragrance, and I feel like now I cannot stop hearing that word. We're gonna turn the brush up because I have hooded lids. I try to maximize my eye space and do things like this, like, you know, blend two shadows together into the crease and all of that, and take it a little higher up on the crease. So we're going to go, I know exactly what I want to do. I love when that happens. I love when you have like no idea and you go in with like no idea, and then you see a palette and you're like, I know exactly what I want to do now. Look at how pretty. Look at, they're like blending right into each other. which that's the goal, right? And it's not taking like that much effort. It's not taking any effort. I'm just like literally letting the brush do everything here. Look at how like nicely that's blending together. Like it's so pretty. It's just, and like watching it happen, like how it looked like so harsh when I first put it down, and now it's just kind of like easing into each other. It's like, that's satisfaction right there. Ooh, I like it so much. All right. Now we're going to go in with no product on that R39 that we use, and we're just going to go over top here. Now we're going to go into the shade Twilight right there. There's only one brush that I would trust for this, and that is the MAC 242. If you guys haven't seen my favorite brushes video, I'll go ahead and put it in the little information dot up there. Yeah. This is my brush for all pigments, glitters, anything like that. Ooh. I didn't see retrograde till right now. Like, look at how pretty retrograde is. Do you see how pretty? I was going to go in with Twilight. The whole look revolved around Twilight. But retrograde. Oh. It's gonna be retrograde. I'm sorry. I changed my mind. Alright, so just a little setting spray, and I always wet any shimmers like this. I always make sure to wet my brush before applying them. So we're gonna take retrograde, picking it up, but it's like not picking it up, if that makes sense. Like, do you see? Yeah. Okay, well, let's try applying it. Give it to me. Oh, 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 look at that. Look at all those colors in there. Give it to me. Give it to me. Ugh. 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 I'm gagging. This is amazing. I'm so happy. I was really starting to worry. I'm not playing with you. I was really starting to worry because I was like, it's not going on the brush. What if it looks awful? Give it to me. No. Oh my god. This is like magical. Okay. So, I want to see if you get a little bit more pigmentation out of the shadow if I dip my finger in there, because I know with her other shimmers she had previously stated that like you should apply those with your finger. So I'm gonna wet my finger. I'm gonna go into the palette there. No, I honestly can't say that I see a difference between doing it with your finger and doing it with a brush. I know with like a glitter, it's probably, with the glitter that she has in there, yeah, it's probably going to make a huge difference, but I don't know. You guys tell me, but I feel like I can't see the difference between applying that with the brush or with my finger. Okay, now we're going to go out into the outer corner one more time with Oud here. Yeah, I really wanted to do like a whole like cut crease wing kind of, but I saw that shade and I'm like, no. She has to be the center of this show. I knew it from the moment I saw it. I was like, that's who I am. It's where I live. It's who I love. Basically just deepening that outer corner so that it looks like it's like moving into the glitter shade. I don't have that much to clean up. Like, I'm just gonna take that a little bit right there. Wipe that away real quick. And that's one quick trick on how to clean up eyeshadow. If, like, this is your situation, you did your face and everything else, and then you did your and then you have to do your shadow. I normally do not do my face like this. I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I like to do my eyes first and then do the rest of my face. But I didn't want to come on camera bare again like I always do. And I'm going to do swatches for you of the palette. So I just didn't want to do all that. So Oud again underneath the lash line. And we're just going to take that on a Morphe E36. I love this brush because it's teeny, teeny, tiny. And it's so soft for working underneath the lash line too, which is so important because if you have like an itchy or scratchy brush under here, it just can make doing this absolutely miserable. And then we're going to go in with Eden on the same brush. And we're going to connect those two lines, which meet a little bit lower. And basically that's just going to blend out that shadow and create the same look that we have on the top of the eye on the bottom of the eye. So I'm going to pop on some lashes and I will be right back for the outro. So